The Gus Macker tournament is celebrating 50 years this year, and on July 27th and 28th, the world's largest 3-on-3 tournament will be returning to Flint. Here to tell us more about this exciting event today, we have Linnell Jones-McKenney, Executive Director of the Salvation Army's Life Center. Good morning, Linnell.
Good morning, good morning. Thank you for having me.
So basketball has always played a huge role in your life. For those who don't know your history, tell me a little bit about that.
Well, thank you for asking, because I love to tell this story. When I was 8 years old, I had a dream to play professional basketball. However, they didn't have a women's sports program. So I became the first female to play on the boys basketball team in elementary and middle school. They didn't have Title IX when I got to high school, so I had to pay my first year in college. I had to pay my way through school, but I did play basketball. The 4 years that I played basketball in college, 2 of those years was on a scholarship. Then I had the opportunity to try out for the Olympics. I became the first female to come out of Flint to make the Olympic team in 1980. However, they boycotted that year. And after that, a lady came to me and she said, "What's your dream?" And when she asked me what was my dream, the only thing I could think about was something that I've been dreaming about ever since I was 8 years old. I said, "I want to play professional basketball." I didn't even know that they had just started a women's sports program, basketball league, professional league. And so I became the first round 4th pick out of Flint. After that, that league folded, and they had 15 Americans had the opportunity to travel to Europe to play in the European League, which was the only professional league in the world at that time. And so they asked me, they said, "Hey, they need 15 Americans. Do you want to go?" I said, "That's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
yes, I want to be able to travel." And so I became the one of the first 15 Americans to travel to Europe to play in the European League. Out of that, during that time, I was the most valuable player in the world for 3 years. After I played in there for 6 years.
Just amazing.
And so that's the dream.
Yeah, obviously basketball has had a huge impact on your life.
Yes.
How did this collaboration with the Salvation Army and Gus Macker come together?
Well, I've been knowing Gus Macker since the early 80s. And the first Gus Macker that was held here in Flint, I held that the first time that it ever had came to Flint. And knowing Gus Macker, when I transitioned to the Salvation Army, to have the opportunity to raise funds for our youth center, the Salvation Army Life Center, where all of these kids can have an opportunity to dream. We want them to have access to opportunities at no cost.
Yeah.
Whether it's music, art, whether it's technology, dance, whatever it is, we want our kids to be able to participate in those activities at no cost. So I asked Gus Macker, I said, "I'm at Salvation Army now. This is your 50th anniversary. Let's make it huge because Salvation Army is the largest Christian organization in the world. So Gus Macker is the largest 3-on-3 basketball tournament in the world. So let's put it together and make this a great thing to be able to raise funds for our group, Salvation Army Life Center." And he, because Flint developed more professional athletes than any city in the history of America. Flint was one of the best places to have the Gus Macker. They had been gone for over 20 years, and when I brought them back 4 years ago, and now being at Salvation Army, we want to be able to celebrate the 50th year. Not only that, have an opportunity to raise these funds. This is the 3rd largest city event in the county. And we want to be able to say, we want to make a change. We want to make the city of Flint, a big Gus Macker in the world so that, Gus Macker can continue this legacy. And so that's why the connection is so important with Salvation Army.
I love that. And I can tell how passionate you are and how excited you are to bring this back to Flint. How do you feel like it's going to benefit the Flint community?
Well, for sure. I would have to say this. The investment that the late, great C.S. Mott made in the city of Flint, we were the largest community ed program. It was originated from here. Like I said earlier, we produce more professional athletes than any city in the history of America. And I had the opportunity to realize my dream because of the Parks and Rec, community ed, after-school program, all of that generational investment that was made by the late C.S. Mott allowed me to realize my dream. So in order for us to be able to give this next generation, that was a generational investment. And what we're doing here, we're making a generational investment. It's not just the Gus Macker, but it's the opportunity to invest in our young people so that years and years and years from now, these young people who will go on to realize their dream will come back and say, because I had an opportunity, now I want to make an investment. It's about that investment for the community, for our young people to be able to realize their dream. And that's the importance of the Gus Macker and the Salvation Army Life.
Well, you are getting me so hyped up for this 3-on-3 tournament. And finally, where will the funds from the tournament go?
Yep, it's going directly to the Salvation Army Life Center. We're located on Coldwater Road out in Beecher. Some of the activities that we have that's very important is esports, gaming, you know, all of these technology programs and the technology world. We have to make that investment to build that for our young people and give them an opportunity to tap into their gifts and tap into their talents. So it's going directly into the programs housed at the Life Center on Coldwater Road.
Well, a very exciting event for sure. Linnell, thank you so much. If you'd like to learn more about the Gus Macker Tournament's 50th anniversary this year and the event happening on July 27th and 28th, we'll have more details on our website. You can just visit WNEM.com.